Hello Scorpio! Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And also go check out the other videos that may pertain to your sun, moon, or rising signs. These videos are meant for other placements, not just the sun placement. So if you know your moon sign or your rising sign, go check out the videos for that as well. And now we're just going to see what it is that Scorpio needs to know for this coming week. What are the predictions or the forecast for Scorpio upcoming? First card today, Star card, a week of great revelation. Now we're going to lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread, and that's going to include a lot of good cards today. That's going to include a mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're not going to look at that until the very end, so stick around, and we're going to see how that might tie the reading together or give us that confirmation that we're looking for. Okay. So, gosh, where to even begin? There's a lot of major arcana here. There's a lot of swords, it seems like. A lot of air, a little bit of water, a little bit of fire. We're going to start with that Star card. So, as I said, this is going to be a week of just wonderful revelation to you. Whatever has been kind of a mystery to your life, whatever you've been uncertain about, I think you're going to have some very clear understanding by the end of this coming week. Okay, this really is that kind of divine knowledge, that revelation from above. This is literally the universe or spirit or God or whatever just pouring this light and love and knowledge and power and grace and blessings down on you. And if you notice on this card, she's pouring that on herself. So this is kind of an indication that we are the divine, right? And so when we think of the divine spirit or the universe or the guardian angels, spirit guides, God, whatever, we're also talking about something that's deep within ourselves, right? And it's that spark of the divine, kind of we are that. And so you're receiving this divine blessing, okay? This new perspective, this new insight, this new understanding on a deep, deep level. At the same time, you're dumping out this old cup here, and that's full of the old, what you thought was understanding, your old beliefs, your old habits, your old ways of doing things, what you used to believe, what you used to think was true, what used to be important to you, because you're receiving such new and wonderful blessings that you're pouring out all of this old junk that you don't need anymore, that doesn't apply to you anymore. You've outgrown it. You've realized that it's not useful to you anymore. Okay, so you're receiving this wonderful blessings this week. Wonderful abundance of love and light, strength and power, joy, grace, wonderful blessings. I think that, the conduit for that may be coming through this younger feminine energy air sign. This is the Princess of Swords. I think this could be related to this person. I think in some way they might be the conduit for that kind of this kind of divine blessing, this insight, this revelation of the wonderful truth of your life that's coming this week. And that is a major, I could just end the reading on this and be happy with that. I think this is a wonderful forecast. But, as always, there are more cards because you are a complex person, right? There's a lot going on in your life and in your being, in your soul and in your spirit. There's a lot happening there. You're a complex person. You're a human being. But be on the lookout for this younger feminine energy air sign who I think is maybe going to be kind of ushering in, or it might be just the person onto which all of this divine blessing and revelation is projected. It might just be kind of the mirror where you're able to see this reflected. So in some way, this younger feminine energy air sign is important this week. Okay, so they might have a message for you from the divine. They might have in some way they're a conduit for that energy. Okay, keep that in mind, please. What we see going on in the recent past, or kind of what you're bringing to the table today, I feel is like a lack of energy. I feel like you have a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of tiredness about you. I think you're kind of exhausted. And I think more than this being a physical exhaustion, because I'll tell you what, there's not a single Earth card in the spread today. Maybe the confirmation card, we don't know, we haven't looked at that yet. But so far, not a single Earth card. So what this tells me is that this is not so much related to the physical realm, that there is not a lot of focus on material things, possessions, your work, your career, your money, your home, the physical, tangible things, not so much of a connection with your body either. So this is telling me that this fatigue, this lack of energy, this tiredness, this exhaustion that you might be feeling right now does not have an earthly origin, let's say. It's not just because you're overworked, your body's tired. I think that's part of it. I think, honestly, what I think is that there's a lack of connection with the earthly realm. I think you need to get in touch with your body a little bit more. I think you need to spend time just doing some light exercise or stretches or yoga or something that's going to make you aware of your body. This is just a little side note. I think that's going to help you get in touch with that earth realm. And maybe just go out, spend some time in nature and literally walk barefoot or hug a tree or put your hands in the dirt or under a natural spring or a creek or some running water. I think that'll connect you with the physical realm and connect you with your physical body. And I think that's going to do a lot for you. As a side note, okay? Back to the matter at hand. You feel this exhaustion, this tiredness, this fatigue. I think it has a more mental or spiritual origin, okay? I think it could be because you are just a little bit tired of life, of all of the stress, kind of not knowing what your purpose is or not having. I think it's the lack of this kind of divine revelation, this blessing and grace from Spirit that is just making you feel tired and exhausted. But the good news is, I think this is going to rejuvenate you. I think this is going to be that fresh water, that fresh cold spring water that we pour on ourselves after a long hot day, and it makes us feel alive again, right? And just restored and rejuvenated. I think that's going to happen. But again, I think this exhaustion has more of a mental or spiritual origin and not so much a physical origin. But to reiterate, I think you need to connect with your physical body and with the earth realm, with the physical world a little bit more through light exercise, stretching, yoga, getting out into nature, and really just getting your hands dirty, right? Just for the sake of doing it, not for any kind of other benefit, but then just to do it. Anyway, as an unconscious kind of force or factor, some energy that's underneath the surface that you might not be aware of is that you've been receiving these messages from the divine, from your spirit, from your guardian angels for a long, long time. I think that maybe you are kind of a natural psychic or an intuitive or an empath, because with this high priestess underneath the surface, I think that you have this ability, you have this power that maybe you haven't been aware of it. Maybe it's not something that you acknowledge consciously. But you do have this connection with the divine realm, with your inner self, your spiritual being, with the universal spirit, with God, whatever you want to call that energy. I think you have a connection with that. And it's a very powerful one. The high priestess is really the conduit directly from the divine, directly to your heart. I mean, but it bypasses your mind, right? It's just going from the universe right into your heart. It might not be something you're consciously aware of, but I think you've had this guiding hand throughout your whole life, right? That you just maybe have yet to acknowledge. I think this week, with this star card, I think there's going to be no denying it, right, going forward. I think you're going to have no choice but to acknowledge it. I think it's going to be that obvious and in your face. And I do think it's going to come by way of this younger feminine energy air sign. In some way, they're going to be part of this, and it could just be that they're the ones that, through whatever situation you're in with this person, they're just going to kind of point to it and you're going to see it, right? And they don't know. I mean, they're just kind of a mirror for that whole energy. But I do think that's what's coming. And I think with this high priestess, you've had this connection for a long time. It's just now it's going to be so in your face that it's not going to be you're not gonna, you're gonna have no choice but to acknowledge it. I think it's gonna be just very blunt. The next card that we see, or that we're gonna focus on, is this lust or strength card. And this is casting a light on the entire reading. I think this is like what the dominant energy is. And this is your control over yourself. This is your passion, your lust, your love, this magical power of you, right? Your power of expression and connection, and your lust for life. And I think that, this is kind of what you want to get back to. You want to feel this spark of love and enthusiasm and excitement about life. And again, there are no earth cards here, no discs, coins, pentacles. So I don't know what it is that you do on a daily basis in terms of your career or your work or your daily physical activity. I don't know what that looks like. So I don't know if it's just a situation where you've kind of lost some of this enthusiasm, you've lost a little bit of this lust for life. But I think this is what you want to get back to. And I think because this is not completely fulfilled right now, it's leading to some of this more mental or spiritual exhaustion, right? And maybe it's kind of a loop there where you're feeling emotionally, maybe mentally, spiritually exhausted, and that is preventing you from really experiencing this joy and excitement and lust for life and this enthusiasm. And not just, and I don't mean in the physical realm, like this excitement to go to work every day. No, just that joy and excitement of being part of the universe, being one with spirit, right? Just that excitement of being alive. And so I think because you're feeling a lack of this, it's leading to the fatigue. The fatigue is leading to a lack of this spiritual joy and enthusiasm, right? In the immediate future, I see a Six of Swords. And again, there's more air cards. I think this is going to be a clear, calm, peaceful recognition of the situation. I think you're going to be very organized in your mind. You're going to have that just very calm, peaceful, somewhat objective look at what's going on. I think that when this revelation happens, you're going to have just such a clear mind. It's like that meditative state, where when you get deep into meditation, I don't know if you meditate or not, but when you're deep in meditation, you just have like this very strange clarity in your mind, right? Like there are still thoughts, but you're not connected to any of those thoughts. They're just things that are passing by. They're just cars going by the window, right? You're not connected. You're not in any of those cars. They're just kind of going by. They don't mean much. And I think when this revelation happens, it's going to lead to a peaceful, calm, collected mind, very concentrated, but just very calm and peaceful. And again, I think, like I said, I think that some of your exhaustion is a mental exhaustion. So this is an alleviation of some of that mental exhaustion. This is the stress, the worry, the overthinking. It's gone, it's peaceful, it's calm, it's just kind of Zen-like now, right? And I don't know if this is going to be a permanent state. I doubt it. But at least in the time where this is fully realized, fully appreciated and experienced, there's going to be that calm, that clarity that comes with it, okay? So that, I think, is a very good omen, a very good step going forward. We're going to switch over to the path of the serpent here and see if we can get a little bit more insight into what is going on within you. We have first this eon or judgment, rebirth, kind of renewal, this baptism card. And this is what you've been thinking about a lot lately. And I think this is you having this desire to kind of change your life, kind of because you have this, like I said, this lack of enthusiasm, this lack of excitement and lust for life, and this fatigue, this exhaustion. And I think you're ready for change. You're ready for something different. You're ready to be baptized in that spiritual water and have that renewal and have that just kind of like that rebirth of excitement and lust and love and passion, right? Just from being alive and experiencing yourself and the universe. I think you're ready for that. I think change of that nature has been on your mind a lot lately. I think that's what you're ready for. We see some court cards next. We see, first of all, this Prince of Cups, and this is some relationship that you have with someone. Now, since you are a Scorpio, you are a water sign, this card could be indicating that in your relationship with whoever your significant other is, whoever is your, the person closest to you, close friend, family member, lover, whatever. I think within that relationship, you are concealing your true feelings or your true desires. And I think your true desires are kind of changing. You're getting back into this lust and passion. You're masking your exhaustion or your dissatisfaction or your kind of loss of enthusiasm, your loss of joy. I think you're concealing that. I think this card is indicating that it would be wise for you to open up and express that to someone else. Express that to your person, okay? Concealing that is not helping anything. If this is really a person who's very close to you and you have a very strong connection with, you should feel comfortable and safe opening up to them and just telling them how you really feel, telling them what is going on deep within your soul, that you really just need a change. You want that lust and that excitement and that joy back on a deeper level. Now, we have another court card here, and this is the Prince of Swords. And this is in the position of your concerns, maybe your fear, maybe a little bit of worry or anxiety here. And this could be related to this. Remember I said that there was this younger feminine energy air sign who's going to be in some way involved in this like spiritual awakening, this revelation that's happening this week. Well, it could be this same person here. This is also an air sign. This has more of a masculine kind of energy, but it could just be in the way it's being expressed at this point. So I think if maybe this air sign is your person, this person who's closest to you in your life, I think they're going to be the conduit for this kind of revelation, this divine experience that we're talking about. But then there is also this concern that maybe they are not going to understand. Maybe they're going to be judgmental. Maybe if you do open yourself up, like we're saying with this Prince of Cups, if you do open yourself up and you start expressing all of this energy, these feelings that you have, maybe this person, maybe you have a little worry that they might be judgmental, that they may not understand, and that it may just kind of do more harm than good to express yourself, right? And this, I think, is a natural concern, especially when we're talking of something of this intimate in nature, right? This kind of deeply personal energy and experience. Communicating that to others, well, one, I don't know how to communicate that. It's not something that is easily translated into words. It's an experience, it's a feeling. But I think that, with this Prince of Cups, I do think it is probably a good idea for you to try to express that, to really just accept how you feel, and that there is this need that you have that we were talking about on the path of the dove, and express that to your person and just see what the reaction is. As the long-term outcome, the more distant prediction is this Fool card. Now, the Fool card is one who almost permanently lives in that state of excitement and enthusiasm and joy and wonder. The Fool is the card 0. It is associated with air. And this is just being filled with the Holy Spirit, with the divine essence, with that grace and blessings and bliss permanently, right? Now, I know that's probably not a practical thing, and it probably won't work out that way, but this is the potential. There's the potential for you to really live in that state of beautiful, beautiful adventure and wonder and curiosity and enthusiasm. And even the word enthusiasm means to be like filled with that divine spirit or blessings or grace, And so the Fool here is really telling me that, look, your things are going to go the right way for you, and they're going to be amazing and just full of wonder and awe and bliss and pleasure and opportunity, right? So I think this really is going to change your life in some way. Now, I know that's kind of You know, I don't say that lightly when I say that your life is going to change, but beginning with this star card and this divine revelation and this spiritual renewal that I think you're ready for, it's going to alleviate some of this exhaustion and maybe a little bit of depression and fatigue. And it's opening up the world of possibilities for you with this wonderful Fool card. Now we're going to take a look quickly at this confirmation card, this mystery card, and see what it might tell us. Oh, this is the Ace of Wands. This literally is the source and seed of these two cards, this fire energy, right? The Lust card, which is Leo, which is a fire card, fire energy. And then with this 10 of Wands, this is that exhaustion that you feel. Well, this is the renewal of all of that energy, enthusiasm, passion, love, excitement. This is the beginning of this kind of passion and lust and excitement again. This is the restoration and the renewal and the beginning of all of this fiery energy and strength and power. And it's going to really reverse that fatigue and that exhaustion and give you just kind of limitless energy. So I think that this is really a confirmation that's saying, look, it's coming. You're going to have this restoration. This fire energy is going to be renewed in you, and you're going to feel energetic and strong and passionate and enthusiastic, filled with enthusiasm, with that divine spirit, with that love and lust and joy and pleasure and peace and happiness. And I think it's really coming. It's really on its way. And this is a great confirmation for me as well. We are going to look into this a little bit more in the extended version, so you can become a member of this channel by clicking on the link in the description box. This was your weekly tarot forecast on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you.